Well, hello everyone. Welcome back. So today I have decided, excuse me, to start some more, start more seeds, but this time they're not going to be winter sowed. I am starting some in K-Cups, but I'm going to start them inside. I am going to be starting some cold lovers and some hot peppers. Because hot peppers can take longer to germinate, especially if they're spicier, which I don't have any super spicy peppers this year. I think the spiciest one is probably a serrano or somewhere around that. And that's cool. Like past few years, I really didn't grow anything super spicy and I didn't miss it. So anyway, let me show you what I got going on. So I got an old rusty casserole dish there, plugged in under the heat mat, and it's warming up. I got my Happy Frog here. Seed starter mix is cool too. Both ways, we're probably going to end up with fungus gnats. The way you can take care of fungus gnats is to pour in boiling water into your soils or your substrate, and that'll help kill things. Or bake it in the oven at, I can't remember, I want to say about 250, 300 degrees for an hour. Or use mosquito dunks, mosquito bits, which is a BTI. It's a bacteria, and I looked it up, and it is OMRI approved, so it is organic, and you can use that. It kills larvae, so you got to keep using it when you water, but you can use that. I have yet to use mosquito dunks or mosquito bits, but a lot of people love it, and so one day I probably will end up trying it out myself. So here's my containers, my nightshades, eggplant, sweet peppers, and hot peppers, cold lovers, miscellaneous, brassicas, peas, and alliums. I mean, just the amount of seeds I carry and keeping them organized at a kind of even level, this works for me. I've had this system, I don't know how long, probably about 4 years now. Yeah. Now the botanical interest one, I have no need to replace that, even though even the rest of mine are just deli containers. So let me get set up here and we'll get started. I decided to go with the K-Cups because I recently got a new coffee maker. What word am I looking for? Prior to this, I had a Cuisinart, a 2-in-1. One side was a carafe, the other side was K-Cup maker. We just didn't like it, and then the K-Cup maker stopped working unless you piled objects on it or held it down so it could brew. So this Black Friday, I ended up getting a Ninja K-Cup with a little frother on the side. And so far, I'm really liking it. But we've basically given up filtered coffee because I'm drinking less coffee than I used to anymore. So we just go with K-Cups. And then we also have the reusable filter with it too. But with the K-Cups, I can also take the filter and coffee grounds out and put it in my compost, and that's what I do. And then with these, I can recycle them. See, they already have a drainage hole poked at the bottom of them, which is great. And then you have a container big enough to plant seeds in, or a lot of cuttings. A lot of cuttings could go into K-Cups. So don't just chuck the whole K-Cup out. At least take the coffee grounds and filter out and put it in your compost. So I'm going to open my non-alcoholic beer here, and we'll go through some seeds and decide. I really have decided, this is just kind of like on a whim. Oh, I think I'm going to start some seeds today. Even though I was just telling a coworker of mine, I think I'm going to winter sow my determinants because I don't find it to be very beneficial to start seeds too early. Well, I'll figure this one out. Boredom at its finest, okay? Ooh, there's cilantro. I could be planting that now too. Dill, I want to plant that. Well, I got herbs in there. That does not belong in there. Pak choy, that's another good one. I got some of that growing out there right now. Brussels sprouts, Groninger. Absolutely. I'm going to start some Brussels sprouts because I've been trying to grow Brussels sprouts, and I got them to grow out. They're pretty good, but then I had to pull them, and then the flowers on them weren't very big. Maybe I needed to fertilize them a little bit more. So the brassicas and cold lovers, I'm not going to put on that heat mat. I'll probably put it in something different. But that's, I'm okay with it being on the heat mat. I know what I'm thinking, okay? I know what I'm thinking. Can I say it? Not right now. Another thing you have to be careful of with starting seeds is dampening off, and that is a water mold. And it could happen with a seed starting mixes, even potting soil, because of spores in there. And it affects seedlings mostly. It doesn't really hurt grown plants, mature plants. That's the word I'm looking for. This potting soil is slightly moist. When I picked it up at Rural King, it was been outside, you know, in the load lanes, and been rained and snowed on and whatnot, so it's already pre-moistened. So I'm gonna water these in afterwards. And I haven't thought about labeling these. I suppose I should just write on the side of the K-Cup what it is, because I don't have a bunch of plant labels that small. I don't have any plant labels that small, so what am I gonna do? They do say that fall-grown brassicas do taste better, but now I've got those extra plastic barrels out there that I cut in house, those raised beds, and so now I kind of want to put Brussels sprouts in there too. But I also got to save some room for some summer squash. I really need to go out there and check on my greens. I have not harvested or anything yet. Just it seems like since being on the beef organs for hormone balance, female hormone balance, I have just not been quite as hungry. I've lost about 10-15 pounds since starting the vitamins, and yeah, so I don't know. It's just my little testimony. One more of Brussels sprouts. And you know what's been the interest of mine lately is freaking Johnny Appleseed. Like, I thought about him randomly one day, and I just looked him up today, and you know what's funny is he didn't grow fresh eating apples, he grew cider apples. Fresh eating apples weren't really a thing back in the day. They weren't very popular. People drank a lot of hard cider. He was born in Massachusetts and died around Fort Wayne, Indiana at 70 years old of pneumonia. But he was into cider apples, and basically they all walked around drunk all the time back then. I don't know. I go get a permanent marker and stuff. I always feel like if I have too much starts, I can always sell them, give them away, something. They don't have to go to waste. But I'm just going to write Groninger on this because I'm going to know what that means. And if I do end up getting rid of them, we'll cross that bridge when I get there. And now these little cold levers, I'm going to stick in this little cell tray. And I still have the clear trays that go with this. I got these last year's, but I've been lazy and not washed them out yet. I've rinsed them, but I really need to take like hydrogen peroxide or bleach or something like that and just disinfect them. And maybe one day, a day off, I'll do that. Did I already write that on this one? No. Okay. Lettuce blend, cilantro. I do want to start some cilantro. Let me start some cilantro. We all need cilantro when we're cooking certain recipes, right? And dill. I had volunteer dill, and then this past year I didn't have volunteer dill, so now I need dill again. But I'll tell you what, I'll go through my pepper seeds and tell you what I'm going to plant there too, because I'm running out of things to talk about. You guys got to start leaving more things in the comments so I have things to talk about. See, I got the Buena Mulata, Arroz con Pollo, Jigsaw pepper, one of my favorite variegated varieties, or my only favorite variegated variety, because that's the only one I've ever grown. I want to grow fish. Anaheim pepper, one of my favorite seasoning peppers. I like to dry it and use it for chili powder. Tabasco pepper. Dattel. Oh, I do have a super hot seed, but I'm not interested in growing them. In fact, I had horrible germination rate, so they might just end up in the compost. Alma pepper, my paprika pepper, and then a jalapeno. So those are what I'm going to start. So yeah, drop some comments down there, hit the like button, do something, like talk to me. I run out of things to talk about. Anyway, guys, thank you for stopping by though. And I love you, and so does Jesus. God bless y'all.